Hello everybody, time for yet another Matchbox unboxing video. I think the Hot Wheels will be coming soon, but we are going to do a 2016 Matchbox D Case. And if you are a reader of the Lamley blog, and I hope you are, you know that we did a case report. I'll just start opening this on the D Case last Friday. And that was, we do the case reports, which are the pictures that we get from wheel collectors when they get their batch, and we do the unboxings here on the YouTube channel when we get the actual case from A&J Toys. And as always, their cases are available at their store, and there is a link down below at the in the comment section. So if you remember, we were a little bummed by the D Case, and it just seemed like the assortments were off. And if you didn't look at that, if you remember in the C Case unboxing that we did not too long ago, my opinion at least, was that there were some good models in there. The only problem was that the assortments were a little off, and that the models that I think were less desirable for most people, there were multiples of those. It looks like in a 24 count case you're going to get two models that are multiples and the rest will come as singles. So my thinking is, do the models that are more popular, they'll move more and allow for more to be ordered. So we're going to see if this is exactly the same as the case report. It might very well be, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm going to pull out just a little bit here so you can see them. So this is, we'll start with the Toyota Prius Taxi, the Ford E350 Ambulance, and the Bay Brigade. I think these first two are repeats from previous cases, and the Prius is new, and this is new for the Prius. It goes by the Prius Taxi, but and we'll go ahead and move in a little bit on that. But this is, I believe, still the Prius casting. I'm looking at it right now. Still right-hand drive. Nothing that indicates like a sign or anything outside of the livery on the car. Nothing that indicates that it is, you know, that the casting has been modified. But there is the Prius. I like that. I think it's a better use of the Prius casting. Never one that was real popular with collectors or with the masses. It tended to warm the pegs, but nice to see it back. And as a taxi, I think it probably serves a better purpose. All right, next three. And we're going to have to pull out again. Rainmaker, the Ground Grabber, and the 2015 Ford F-150. I believe of these, the only new one is the Ground Grabber. That model's okay. Not one that I get too excited about, but I do like these ongoing decos that Matchbox will do, including the INC or the ink deco. This one we've seen on several construction related. It's kind of a Matchbox construction company, and they use this this bright blue and and the yellow enhancement. So so that's nice to see. Another INC or an ink model. I think people will like those. Sorry for the coughing. Okay, yep, here's the problem. All right, so we've got the Sea Hunter and two of the Wing Chiller. This was my biggest complaint of the case report, was this Wing Chiller. This was in the C Case. Come on, you and I both know that this thing is going to hang on the pegs. I mean, I don't know, maybe some kids will like it. Maybe it'll slide down a table that the legs cracked, and so you can put it at the top and it will slide down. And I'm being facetious, but there were two in the C Case, and there are also two of these in the D Case. That's a real bummer. Then you mix with that two of the Sea Hunter. Now, I don't know. I don't think this is a I mean, it is a new casting. I guess I can understand from that perspective that this is something that they'd want to do because it's a new casting and put a couple in there. But I don't see much more reason for that to do 2. What should have been 2 is that top model, not the Road Raider in a military deco, but the Dodge Charger Pursuit. I think that's a model that people will like. It looks nice. I think it looks really nice with those wheels on it. It's always been a popular casting. I haven't seen it hang around on the pegs much. Why not do 2 of those? At least you'll have those 2 move. So none of these need to be 2. Rock Shocker, Power Lift, and the Desert Thunder V16. I don't know if that's been modified or not. I can't tell. That casting has been around forever. There's I don't know how many versions of that. Matchbox Swisher and the MTN XT, the mining vehicle. Don't remember if those are repeats or not. Don't need to. The Vantum. Okay, another one that could have been 2, even though it's a repeat, is the Tesla. These do not hang on the pegs; they go quickly. I think this would have been a great model to have as a repeat. New model, Swamp Commander. It's creative. I don't mind it being in the line. I don't mind having 1 in the case, so I'm not going to complain about that. City Bus. I've talked about the City Bus before. I had no idea that it's gone plastic. So it's got the metal base, plastic body. I am okay with this. If you want to make this one plastic and keep the International Brush Truck or some other, the Renault ambulance metal, or convert that to metal and make this plastic, go for it. I am totally fine with that. The Jeep Wrangler Superlift, that's a repeat, sorry, from the last case. This is not the Dirt Smasher, again with the INC livery. I can dig that. I'm good with that one. That's a cool model. And those will look cool having both of them together, being different castings. Lastly, one more of the Zamboni. That could have been a twofer. Maybe not where I live, where I don't think hockey's a huge sport, but you know, that's kind of a cool model. I don't know if that, I'll have to look and see, but you've got the, well, I guess that probably is. I mean, it hasn't written in French, but it is a Zamboni. So that's the case. So 24 models. I think it's exactly the same as the case that we did the report on. I promise you that some of the complaints that I made about the case and some of the complaints that you guys have made and will probably make here in the comment section, and I say you definitely should make some comments about what you think of this case. They've been read, and I think they want to address them and make these cases more appealing to collectors and to buyers in general. Make the licensed models the multiples, and I think that should be a general rule because they will sell faster, and that means more ordering. So there's the case. Not terribly exciting. Kind of full of unlicensed models. I know we have some good stuff coming. Hopefully they'll show up in the next cases. Talk to you later.